Hello, YouTube. It's Tuesday. I'm all worked out for now. Today's a rest day, so I'm gonna rest with you. We're gonna start by just, clearing the air a little bit, okay? Wow, that was a very fast like. Let's see who it was. I wouldn't dare hazard a guess. Dennis. I can't drum and talk at the same time. How are you? I'm holding a UFO because it makes funny noises, particularly when I sing at it. Ah, ah, ah. Let's try something a little higher. Ah, ah. It sings back. How are you, Dennis? How's your Tuesday? Well, I have you here. Just the two of us. Seeing me? Well, shit, Dennis. I don't even have my clothes taken off yet. I appreciate that. It's good to see you too. I always look for your very iconic profile picture. And every time you say Johnny Sins, I hear it in a Mortal Kombat voice. Hi, Jacob. How are you? How's your Tuesday? Let's see what we got for... guitars. Nice. I'm a percussion man myself, although I used to play the guitar. Is that a hand pan? Yes. Predator vibes. Ooh. Wait. I was thinking that kind of Predator. Hashtag take off shirt. Hashtag it's hot. So I definitely will. Here's the other thing. The lights warm me up, and talking and moving around warms me up. So we'll get there. Yo, what's up? Jam clam. Come on and clam if you wanna jam. You jamming today? I'm jamming. Okay. Doing a little chillmaxxing. I want to try something different today for part of the stream. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how you like it. What happened to your wrist? Jamming with my clamming. Good. Good rhyme. I also like percussion. It's pretty dope. If you think about it, all sound is percussion, right? When you pluck the string, it goes wah, 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 and it like hits the air, and it's just the frequency that it hits the air at that determines the pitch, right? Anyway, what happened to my wrist is I have a bone spur. There it is. Underneath this tendon. You see how the tendon is now bent? Right? See, it like bends out of place. So, thanks, karate. It's funny. I punched so many hard things trying to develop these knucks here, these fucking brass knuckles here, but I was developing extra knuckles. You're definitely borderline mentally ill. Well, tall and lanky. And borderline. I crossed the border into complete batshit fucking insanity. I don't know, decades ago. It's far too late for me. I'm too far gone. Look at this. Look at this shit. Do you see that? Oh my god. Fucking, I'm bulking. So, hi, pretty bold guy. Hi, Queen. How you doing? Have you slayed today, Queen? Have you gotten your slay in? Hola Soy says howdy. Howdy, hola. How are you? I've appeared as always, as is tradition. I appreciate it. Jacob says my 4th grade teacher had the same thing. Yeah, maybe we go to the same physical therapy. I used to have a trigger finger and had to get surgery to repair my fingertip. Oh man, I'm so sorry. That's like, I've seen the pictures of people that have, and it's like, oh man. And you forget that we've got the meat, and I got plenty of fucking forearm meat here. That's pretty dope. But at the end of the day, we're just a bunch of like rubber bands. God, it's bending around it even here. Fuck. I feel like it's going to be a problem in the future. We'll find out. T-shirt on. I'll let my auntie watch now. Well, Kane, it might not stay that way. So, one of the tendons in my hand broke when I got bit by a boar. Never had it repaired. Jesus. First of all, sick story. Okay, you got attacked by a boar. What'd you do to the boar? That's fucked. I'm sorry. I know you can I have some torn tendons all over the place, including right here. So I know you can do without the surgery, but still, it's like, Ola Soy says, I'm decent. How are you? I'm pretty decent, It's only Tuesday. I could really use, I don't know, like 50 years off work or something. I think I could really use that, but, it's okay. Always being hot. Well, Salty, it's summer. In winter, I'm always cold because all of my organs are very close to the surface. Broke, snapped, you know what I mean. It's all the same. Ola Soy says, oh, hey, Salty. Jacob says, I'm playing Fire Through the Flames. Rubber Band Tate. How are you today, man? Well, wise guy. Doing pretty good. I can't work out yet. I gotta take a rest day. That's a big part of the bulk. You gotta rest. You got to. But, I'm doing pretty good. I've got some ideas for different kinds of content. We'll see which ones I roll with. I have about 100 plus video ideas currently. Jam Clam says, I work at an animal sanctuary and I was just feeding the pigs. Wasn't his fault. That's true. Not their fault. They don't know any better. Okay? And just because your puppy looks a little weird doesn't mean that you freak out when he bites you. It's one of their only forms of communication, you know? I respect that. Salty says, "Hey, soy mal." No, you are hot. Thank you. Benny, the reverse albino milk dud head is added again. It doesn't roll off the tongue super easy, but very descriptive. You know, it'd be cool if you set up a PO box. I think that, but then it only takes one. I haven't seen the Obsession movie, but it only takes one to, completely derail everything. And I'm trying to play a little bit mysterious. Because I have a good idea of the vast majority of stuff people would send. Jacob says, The Rock. I like this angle on my eyes. Let's put you in my lap for a second and see how we are. Because this is how close everyone else talks. But most people are here to see the bod. So, what do we think? Well, how they they lick the bottle before they drink it? Hola Soy Mao says, I had pasta and bread for dinner. It was good, not gonna lie. I actually portioned it this time, so nice. Nice. It feels good when you can both have your cake and eat it too. When you do the portioning and it's like, okay, I still got what I wanted and I still did what I needed. King Kai, at it again. Hello, Fish Scales. It's good to see you. Islam says, the One Punch Man. Top G is back. I always go too British when I try and do a tape. Stop mogging us. We're here for sensei wisdom. Well, then ask me a question, Fish Scales. Ask me. Ask me how I got these huge fucking meat hooks. Okay? Look at this. God, I need to use this lighting. Anyway, what were we talking about? One Punch Man. One Pouch. Captain Falcon, Smash Bros. Anybody? He was my main. Reverse Falcon Punch is my favorite move. How you doing, Daily Troll? Wise guy. People like sending dildos for some reason. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's number one. I'd hate to receive one that's been used. Good point. I just assumed people would order them and send them to me. But yeah, used actually probably. See? I need the brainstorm. Not top or bottom G, he's the middleman. I'm the cream of the sandwich. Yo, you hot Andrew Tate. Mad King and that guy Dance was gay, who also looks like Andrew Fake. I am many things. Okay, god damn. Okay, new plan. I'm blasting forearms from now on. I'm just gonna get a fucking okay, a little bit of it is the brace. It cuts off the narrow part of my wrist, so you only see the big part, so it looks kind of ain't like shite today. What? You ate like shite. Is that what you mean? Jam Clam, do you have any advice for someone who wants to try live streaming? Sure, yeah. Andrew Tate after visiting Chernobyl. Thank you, Nathan. That's pretty good. Yeah, Clam. Do you prefer jam or do you prefer clam? I do have some advice. The first advice I would say I would give is if you are very self-conscious about your appearance, you might have a rough time because people are going to troll you. People, Jam Clan, people tell me I'm fat. Okay? People tell me I'm fat, I have no muscle, I'm not lean. Okay? They tell me I have no abs. So it's like, you got to understand that people are going to lie to you and attempt to manipulate you because they have nothing better to do, right? So, number one is I would not take anything anyone says seriously. Okay. Now, I take people seriously here, but I'm super beyond secure, and this is just my personality. I'm just extremely open, and you don't have to be to live stream. Here's the other thing I would recommend: get a dedicated spot for your live stream that does not give away your location, does not show any kind of like. I used to put certificates on the walls with my full name on it, and like the dojo I went to, some of those things. It's like you don't think about these things, but it could be a problem later, right? The other thing to remember is you don't have to do anything. You don't have to speak. You don't have to show. You don't have to jam your clam on camera. Okay, and actually, I would not advise doing that because you'll get banned. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to read anything. You don't have to respond to anybody, right? There's this thing that happens, right? And I don't have a lot of subscribers, which is fine. I mean, a lot of people would say I do, whatever. There's not a ton of, I'm not seeing hundreds of people watching me, right? But it is surprising how much attention can influence your decision making. And I'm a person that I've gotten plenty of attention. I do whatever I want, I have found myself like wanting to capitulate and do what people want because the numbers go up, right? When I put on the Andrew Tate outfit, it was the biggest stream I've ever had. 13,000 views, 5,000 comments. It was fucking bonkers, okay? So it was very tempting to like just do Tate stuff all the time, but I don't want to do that, right? So you got to kind of balance, like you got to draw boundaries and create an idea of what you want to put out there and what you want to respond to, and then what you're not going to deal with. You know what I mean? So especially if you're a woman, you're going to get, I get a lot of pervs, but I'm totally fine with the pervs. Maybe you are too, but expect the worst and let it roll off your back. The other thing I would say is you can practice in short bursts, right? You can go live. You're going to have to learn some lessons of like, here's the other thing. I would not, if you're going to read chat like I do, read the comment before you read it out loud. Okay, people will try and Bart Simpson you, right? It's like, oh, can you do a shout out for Mike Hawk, right? And so you say, oh, Mike Hawk, right? They'll do that stuff, but with like hate speech, racial slurs. So read it ahead of time before reading it out loud. That's another good way to determine whether or not like, you get to process it first before getting halfway into the comment and then you say something, right? So those are the like low-hanging fruit things I can advise is read stuff before you read it out loud, moderate. I don't, but be comfortable with how you look and control the environment, right? I have a backdrop. Some days I don't do the backdrop, but there are parts of my home and life that I don't show people. So, you could argue that if someone had the entire interior layout of your house, they can maybe find out the location or something, right? So there's that. But there's also just, maintaining privacy while also being seen constantly, right? You can, if you want to practice and you're not used to even like recording videos of yourself, try that first maybe. I would start the camera, talk to the camera as if you're just having a conversation with somebody, or talk about a topic that you know very well, and see what it's like to look at the camera, right? A lot of times I look at myself because, I'm blasting my fucking meat cannons today. But get used to talking to, because if someone looked inside, they would see just me talking to a camera. It would look very weird from the outside. But when I have this conversation with you, it feels like a real conversation. So I would try that. And then you can see how you look on camera too. That's the other thing, is that some of my body looks better on camera, some of it looks worse. So it's good to know that ahead of time too. Also getting a feel for like how close you are, like, to the microphone. That's a big thing, like sound quality. Like if I'm really far away, or I speak away from the camera, you lose some stuff. So there's little things like that, but that's going to come with just doing it and figuring it out. Ola Soy says, because I portioned it, I have easy lunch for tomorrow. Nice. I'm trying so hard to eat enough, but I just like can't get myself to. So the easier the meal, the better I eat. Good. And it's both a skill to develop that kind of mental discipline to do it when you don't want to do it. And it takes time to have the body relearn those patterns and like those rhythms, right? It has a rhythm to when it gets hungry, when you get tired. It takes time to shift those, right? And so just know that you're doing the work. Every time you successfully do the work, it's going to get easier. Maybe by this much, but there's a finite amount, right? So you'll get there eventually. Backpack says, our meat hooks are the same, only mine has no fur. Interesting. Well, I've got plenty for both of us, so. Hell yeah, 1556 for Andrew Tate. I'm kind of surprised it's not higher, honestly. PN, why do you look like Saitama? It's probably all the, Did they make the anime based on my life? Legally, can I tell you? I don't know. I refuse to comment. How you doing, PN? It's good to see you. Why do you look like the love of my life? Why? Let's not worry about why. Let's just enjoy that it is. Okay. Hi, Egghead. Thank you, first name, last name. How are you? Would you like it scrambled or sunny side up today? I'm feeling a little scrambled, to be honest with you. Egg. One for egg. We count that. Okay, and I think you know that. I think you know. PN, can I collect your semen in a jar so my wife can have your DNA? I don't believe it's for your wife. Also, I can't just be sending DNA everywhere because, after that, what's gonna be sent to me are, paternity, what do they call it? Child support. Andrew Tate wish he had your forearm game. Andrew Tate makes a lot of wishes. And as a genie, I hear them, but they're so unbelievably disgusting. I mean, one of them is like, I wish I could just tell everyone I'm gay. And I'm like, granted, dog, you can. Just do it. You can. It's granted. He doesn't listen. So he's a lost cause, I think. Kyle, it's okay. I promise we can see your forearms. I just, how do I get it to take up the entire screen? Oh, I'm gonna cramp. All right. See, I suffer because of my hubris. Salty says, yeah. Jam says, I prefer jam. Thanks. Okay, Jam, you got it. If you wanna slam. Backpack says, woolly mammoth. Oh, yes. Yeah. See, but when I have this light on, it doesn't look that thick. I think my reflective skin is bouncing the light back, and so you can't really see, you know. Anyway. Hey, you remember that guy that you said you weren't working out enough because you aren't built like that Sam guy? I do I don't remember his name, but yes, I remember. It was a J. It was I think it was J something. Um, yes. Yeah, he told me I should jump on the sauce. Jacob says, I'm going into 8th grade. Nice. Things really started to, like, I was bullied in 8th grade. Things got better for me in high school. I kind of enjoyed high school. Olasoy, I remember. Jacob, good luck to you. First name, last name says, you look like Earthworm Jim. I appreciate that, but you've already voted, and I cannot take that vote. I love that vote. I wish I was Earthworm Jim. Okay? See, this body is actually something that my head jumps into. That's why the head's so big. Okay? I jam all of my tiny little arms and legs that are actually mine up into the back. Here, I tuck them up in here. That's why it's all bumpy. Jerry Wilco says hi. How you doing? U.S. Oh, Savage says, I want to challenge you for control of your dojo. Interesting. What are the terms of the challenge? Fish Scale says, Earthworm Jim is a crazy pull. It's sick. I love it. I think I've gotten it like 2 other times. Ola Soy says, it's Benny Worm. It's Benny Worm. I don't know what that is. I like it though. Islam says, it's sad that you gotta be something besides you to get views. What's up? What's up that bees here? You are an original soul. Thank you, Islam. I feel very original. But it takes time and this is true in the real world where, like, it takes time for people to see all of my personality and all the things that I have to offer everyone, right? It takes time, and people on YouTube Live, they don't want to do it. They want something that's why half the people on live, they have crazy backgrounds, like a million neon lights, and they're just flashing stuff, and it's like, oh, because they're trying to get the iPad kids that are just respond to random stimuli, right? I'm just like too real for that, you know? It's like I'm just like real. So and here's the thing is I don't have to be that. I just chose to be it because people have called me Andrew Tate over 1,000 times, so I figured I'd give it a shot. I can shapeshift, and I'm still me the whole time. But it'll take time. Eventually, people will understand, right? I feel like there's a lack of depth in some of the personalities you see online. Everyone, because it's like when you try to be a YouTuber, right? I'm going to give you a peek behind the curtain. When you try to be a YouTuber, they tell you have to get a niche, right? You have to pick like a brand and one subject that you devote yourself to, and you're super consistent with it. You have to do a call to action. You have to say like, you have to say subscribe, you have to say hit the bell notification, blah, 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 all the shit I fucking hate. And I've tried it, I've done the like 5 white belt mistakes to, and it doesn't read. What reads is me interacting with people. So I just need to turn on a camera and talk about random stuff. That's what's going to do it. But that takes time. And I think going forward with all the AI horse shit, with all the people doing their AI slop channels, the new currency is going to be authenticity, right? That's not why I'm doing this. I can't act for long enough, well enough to maintain some like personality that's not mine. I'm too tired, I'm too old, okay? So you get the raw, unfiltered fire hose stream, and it's not for everyone. That's the other thing. A lot of people can't handle me. I'm too intense. My personality's too over the top. I'm too bold. people are often shocked because I'll ask extremely personal questions like immediately after meeting someone. I'll also answer extremely personal questions to strangers or, um, so I also just like I don't play by the same cadence and the rules that everyone else does, so it wigs people out. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you saying that. Andrew Tate, the bald Karate Kid. Are you Stephen Miller's baby brother, Mikey? No, it's a funny name though. Jerry, can I get a shout out? No, you can't. And if you do that again, you're banned. Savage says, "What's up with the bowling mitt? It's called a carpal boss. It's essentially from repetitive use or heavy impacts, right? It's essentially growth of bone that is now like underneath the tendon of my finger. You can see it's bending. You can see how it's bending now. Oh fuck! So I need to figure out how to not get it to do that. Okay. Yeah. So I've quit hitting things to my great dismay. But honestly, I needed to do it for my back. I've got bone spurs in my fucking spine, dog. Like it's not good. How do you get carpal tunnel and you don't type? You only voice. Oh, I type during the day. I work in tech. So I'm furiously going. Sprained his wrist playing solo tug of war. Nice. Islam says, I never got used to talking into the phone doing videos. You get used to it though. Yeah, it's weird at first because you're totally aware that no one else is like currently watching you, right? Assuming you're pre-recording. So it's weird at first. I remember sitting there and there's like 5 or 10 minutes of my first like raw footage of me just kind of like, hey, so hey, it's weird to start out of nowhere, but I also have a background in performing, so it's a little different. Jerry says, pocket pool. Savage says, you should go to the Bahamas and tan your head. I don't tan. That's the thing. I don't tan, I burn. That's it. I am this pale forever. All right? It comes with a lot of benefits, but the big drawback is I'm like a solar panel. Jam says, thanks for all the advice, dude. I'm not very confident with how I look, so maybe I could show my pet chickens dust bathing and stuff. Yes, definitely. Definitely. I'll also give you this, though, Jam. You could give it a shot, and I wonder if exposing yourself to the randoms here, where it's like they're anonymous, they're probably 11 years old half the time, and just memeing you, if you can get it in your head where it's like, okay, I care less about these random internet trolls and bots or whatever saying this stuff, you might be able to inoculate yourself and build your self-confidence just getting over hearing it and then not responding to it or not taking it in, right? Because again, just because someone says it doesn't mean it's true. Some people say they love me. They could be lying, right? So once you get that, it's like, well, okay, if they say something I don't like, it just doesn't matter, right? So you can choose when to buy into what people are saying. Please show your pet chickens, Jam. Yeah, I think it would do well. People love the little farm videos. Olo Soy says, I'd love to view that. I would too. You know how many videos I watch? Like sometimes I watch Lean Beef Patty because for the same reasons we all watch Lean Beef Patty. But sometimes she does the farm videos, right? Little pigs. Okay, I love little baby animals. Pigs, goats. It's the golden child. I think I'm not the golden child. I stay golden. Okay, I'm sort of a pony boy, if you will. Jonathan says, what's your max bench? I don't know. I don't really bench right now. My best ever, when I was about 200 pounds, I was benching about 315. But bench was never my strong suit. I was a big back guy. Jam says, thanks, Olasoy. Olasoy says, freaking love chickens. Jam says, I got some blind chickens, which are fun to watch. Oh, Jam, did I sing the egg song to you? They're awesome pets. Someone said, sing a song about my blind chickens. And I was just editing that live today. Was that you, Jam? Are there multiple people with blind chickens? Olasoy says, also, Kyle, I don't know if you remember, but that one live stream where there was the flirting in the chat, I do remember that. And the guy asked for my YouTube, I do remember. He went and commented on every video of mine. I'm sorry. And that's where, like, again, and like, I give this advice to you guys too in the chat, where it's like, not everyone that views me is like probably a good person. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have good intentions all the time. So just because this is a friendly environment doesn't, I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, well, they're part of the group here, so I gotta be cool with them or whatever, whatever. I hope you know, Ola, that you can hide that person from your channel, so you will never see their comments. I think they can still comment, but no one will ever see them. They'll just be speaking into the void. I only do that on rare occasions, but you see how I ban. So I'm so sorry that happened to you. And that's what I'm afraid of when people talk amongst each other. It's like, I don't want the toxicity that is drawn to me to then spread to you guys. That's another reason why I tell people not to send me pictures in Instagram DMs and stuff like that, because people might not want to hack you. They might want to hack me. And so, you know what I mean? It's like, it sucks that you got to do that. Like, you got to always guard yourself thing, but it's better in the long run. Jam says, they're awesome pets. Yeah, I have 3 blind blinds. Okay, that one is removed. Oh, snap, you a djinn, huh? That's right. That's right. Specifically a ghoul, okay? I mean, if we're talking like actual Arabic, cryptids, I'm definitely the ghoul that shows you a little mirage, little, oh, come check out the pec flex. Oh, and then you've wandered into the desert for 3 days and you have no idea where you are. And then I consume your soul. You're behind in chat again. I'm sorry, Ola. I went on a tangent with the streaming thing. Calvin says, hey, Andrew Tate, I just subscribed. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And every one of my subscribers is guaranteed, okay, sometime within their lifetime to become top G. Okay, that's how it works. That's how it works. Jinn women have hairy legs. Jinn men have forearms. What does that say about me, dog? What does that say about me? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I need to do a fucking photo shoot. God damn it. Cricket Lover says, hi. Hi, what's your favorite position to play in cricket? Kimosabi, how's it going? Pure technique. Os. How are you, brother? It's good to see you. I was wondering if you're going to make it tonight. Daily Troll says, the way you talk sounds similarly to Andrew Tate. Probably your dad has the DNA of Tate's. I don't think so, because again, hair. It's honestly mostly the chin and then my jawline. I also have been trimming my facial hair in a similar way. He does like a super aggressive goatee, but Daily Troll, if you haven't seen it, I did a little, I keep pointing up here even though there's not a thing here. My latest long form video, I think you might enjoy. Earthworm Jim was peak Sega days. Dude, tell me about it, man. And it was like, it was still when video games were hard, right? Each level, there weren't a ton of levels, but they were just brutal. I remember trying to get through them. And, you know, it's just, it was a different era where you were expected to fail. The EF informatory post says, "Oh, fuck, I'm so horny. Hi, my guy. Hi, how are you? I haven't even taken my shirt off. How do you look like?" Kyle, Benny Worm is a video by Jack Stauber. Look it up sometime. I will. I'm going to write it on the board. The board that's for me. Benny Worm. Okay. Jack Stauber. You guys want to see my actual handwriting for once? It's backwards. This is what my handwriting looks like. Okay, I do all caps so that you guys can read it. Because I am a generous God. All right? Real Ideal Holyfield. Dude, that shirt is awesome. Is it a Muay Thai shirt or Muay Baran? I think Muay Thai. A friend of mine gave me this after they went to Thailand, so it's the same on the back. But yeah, it is dope. I don't wear it everywhere because like I want to wear it when people are gonna recognize that you know what it is. But it is sick. So it's getting a little sweaty. I feel like, says Aja, I feel like I could hot rail a line of meth. Hot rail, that's an interesting term I haven't heard before. By harnessing the reflection of sunlight from your bald head with a magnifying glass. I'm curious if we could make it work, you know. They used to do reruns of other content, regurgitation. Originality has to grow on viewers. Well, and it's like, not everyone wants, again, these are like conversations. Some people want like 20 seconds of a dopamine hit and then to be gone. And that's okay. That's fine. But all of you are better. All of you are better. Okay, should I do a flex or not? You guys tell me. Should I do a flex? You're a part of this new wave of YouTube of original content. It's gonna pop. Watch. I mean, I would love for it to pop. And I've recently decided with all the editing and stuff that I've done, I've spent hundreds of hours editing videos and they don't go anywhere. And it's like, I think old YouTube is going to come back. I hope it does. I need it to. Okay, because every influencer they start the video, and for the first 20 seconds they advertise their personal website, and then for the first 2 minutes they do an ad read, and it's like, God damn it, you know, fuck. Sometimes they'll sit there and they'll tell me to subscribe, and it's like by the time they're done telling me to hit the bell and do this and drop a like, oh, just drop a like. It's not giving me anything. You just casually let go of the like because it's so low effort. Oh, just sneeze a like in my direction. Smash the like. God, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, okay? I'm so sick of it. Shut up. People will subscribe if they give a shit. No one is unaware of the subscribe button. No one is unaware of the algorithm. Everyone understands that comments drive the engagement, okay? We all get it. 8-year-olds understand. but it doesn't upset me, okay? Fish Scale says Kyle has to wear a brace because he hurt himself committing vigilante justice. Allegedly. Nah, I go straight live, freestyle it. I think I got to. Because honestly, like, I'll do all this scripted stuff and no one really cares. And then I just be myself. That's the crazy thing. I'm just being myself. I'm not trying to do anything, right? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be clever or whatever, right? This is what it's like hanging out with me and talking to me in real life. It's Andrew Timu Tate. Thank you, Tyler. How are you, buddy? It is Timu Andrew Tate. Allie G, I love you. Under Pressure. Good to see you again. I love you too. Right next to Egg. How's your Tuesday? Yeah, I actually mod for a pretty big fucking streamer, but I'm not used to using my actual voice, you know? Well, and so, okay, so you just gotta, honestly, you just gotta do it and get it over with, right? It's like, if you know you want to stream, or you feel very confident that you have, like, whatever it is to do it, honestly, Jam, listen to me, Jam, it matters so much less than you think it does. Okay? I have to speak, I have to project a little bit because this microphone doesn't, like, if I'm talking normally, this is my normal cadence, and like volume and pitch, but you can't really hear it, right? I don't think you can hear me. So I have to, like, project. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I have this rich voice that is so much better than the one I got to use. Doesn't matter. No one gives a shit, right? That's the other thing too, is like, people are not going to notice every single thing that you do, right? I could point out flaws that you guys have not spotted, right? I have things on my skin that maybe people haven't noticed. They don't know that. And they don't know that they don't know that. So it honestly doesn't matter. Frankly, Jam, I don't know what you look like. I don't know what you sound like. But I guarantee you that someone that is way worse looking, way less charismatic, way less capable, with a weird tinny nasal voice or something, one of them has made it, right? So if that is not the limiting factor for other people, it won't be for you, right? But the thing is, it is often the first gate that keeps people from even investigating it, right? People don't want to take the first boxing class, and then they realize getting hit is not a big deal, and they're actually more powerful than they think. It doesn't matter. 95% of people will never do it, right? And with live streaming, it's like 99.9% of people will never, ever do it. So if someone else, if you see, and this is what I did, because I'm like, these live streamers suck. Like, all they're doing is begging for money, begging for attention, literally just saying, like, subscribe, I'm road to 100K. Fuck off, you know? Just not doing that horse shit is going to make you stand out already. You know what I mean? So many people tell me, it's like, oh my God, you reply to all the comments. And that's like a big deal to people. But to me, I don't even think about it. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I do that? So, a lot of the blockers are going to be in your head, and most of them don't matter. It doesn't matter, right? How many videos do you see from people's cars where they're just sitting in a parking lot? Some people will not drive anywhere. They'll get into their car and take the video because that's hot for some reason. I don't understand it. You don't have to understand it, okay? Just do it. Ola Soy says, I love lean beef patty, both the farming stuff and because I appreciate a mighty fine woman. Exactly. Artistic, okay? The cow paintings, unbelievable, okay? I like the cow that has a burger, right? Super funny. The pigs, the cats, the she just seems wholesome. Cobra, Andrew Tate got bigger. What does that mean? Jam says, I love Strong Woman. She's the goat. Yeah, you sang the song for me. Yes. I was going to clip it and maybe make it into a short. One of my mod buddies ended up being stalked by a viewer. Can never be too safe. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm pretty confident that if I revealed more information, I would have stalkers. I mean, Jam, I don't know how long you've been here. People have literally told me, like, I want to hunt you down. So, the Humpty Dumper says, are you Ari Shafir? Close. I think he might have more hair than me. I think he might. Ari. Oops, what is it? It's a rune. How do you spell that? I'm backwards and upside down, okay? Because I fucking love you, okay? See, I'm getting older, so you can see, like, my skin moves a little bit more. Watching any World Cup? Not really. I'm not a football guy. I'm also not like a regular sports guy. Combat sports I really like. I need a break from this thing. It's hot. Combat sports I really like. Olympics I really like. Gymnastics, things like that. Things that I've done, basically. Notorious says, I'm at work right now. Nice. Well, you know, you got to make the time pass. Jose says, Andrew Tate is a clown. No. I'm a clown. Andrew Tate is a cretin. You know, in like biblical passages where they talk about things like crawling along the earth, that's what they're talking about, okay? Andrew Tate. That's why he has no hair. He's always slithering around. Ethan says, I got a question. Well, Ethan, hit me with it. Hit me with your best shot. Mad Acoustic says, Master Mur. Os. How are you, Mad Acoustic? It's Tuesday. What are you up to? Are you staying cool? I know we got another heat wave coming. Okay, Mur. At the bottom for once. One. You're like a primary driver of the Mur vote. Ethan says, I got a question. If someone has trouble gooning every day, what tips do you have to stop doing it? Well, I can't say that I've personally dealt with this sort of addiction, but you have to treat it like another addiction because that's what it is. So the first thing would be removing your source of whatever material you are, consuming, okay? Step one, remove your access to it. Step two, find other things to do because I bet you're not even doing it out of a need or whatever. It's just sort of a compulsive behavior at this point, right? So replace the behavior because you are looking for a dopamine fix, a hit of the addiction. Maybe it's you're at work and you don't want to focus on work. You want a break, or you don't want to continue watching the TV show, right? It takes conditioning. So at first, that might look like doing things like picking one day a week where you allow whatever you're going to do, and then you, with that knowledge that you're going to get a hit, you save yourself or whatever, right? It's an addiction. And so if you don't treat it like an addiction, you will keep spinning your wheels. Okay? So it's going to feel rough at first. Beating an addiction is always the hardest at the beginning. Okay? So the longer you can make it, the easier it gets. And you might fall off the wagon, right? But the more times you continue to attempt, you just have to keep attempting to quit. You have to do the reps. You've been doing all these reps of the bad behavior, right? So you need to undo all of those with not the same number of reps to undo it, more reps. Okay, so it's going to take time, and you need to like plan it like you are coming off of a drug, because that's essentially what it is. Are you going to do a karate Andrew Tate? I think I probably should. I'm going to bring you closer because I'm tired of projecting my voice. Flexing is awesome. Hi, Steven. Pop out of the woodwork for that. I think I should. The Tate video I did most recently hasn't gotten a ton of traction. So, if it doesn't get a ton of views, I might not invest a ton of time into the Tate stuff, but we'll see. Greater Israel says, Shalom. You are the embodiment of Nick Cage losing his shit in the mid-90s. Bravo. That's life goals, okay? To have the resources and reach that he has, and to just completely flip out, is a dream of mine, okay? You think I don't want to buy dinosaur bones for no fucking reason? You think I don't want to gamble away fucking T-Rex skulls? Come on. Come on. If we're all being honest. Nick Cage. I've been watching Spider Noir, so I've been getting a good fix. It's interesting. He makes interesting choices. Love you, buddy. Oh shit! I can't be bending my wrist like that. All right, Steven. You were probably here for the meat show, right? Oh fuck. God. Okay. It's too hot. If someone has trouble with goon, what tips do you have to control it? Well, I'm behind in chat. Dirk Jensen says stop because you'll get a tug burn. Nice. Jonathan, Ois. Deadpool says, Andrew Tate, is that you? Yeah, I've completely given up the manosphere lifestyle. I actually slept with a woman for the first time, I've been lying about the thousands of women, it's been thousands of men, to be honest. Steven says, still like wrestling with men? Yeah, just because I got a bad back doesn't mean I've lost my passions. Jonathan says, concussion is real. Did you get a concussion, Jonathan? Have you been getting concussions on your motorcycles? I didn't approve of that. Okay, Andrew Tate's still the winner. Andrew Tate, my boy. Anarchy. Thank you. Question is, what level of G am I? Am I top G? Am I bottom G? Am I power bottom G? Okay, I need a new pen. We finally... All right. Nobody smell my chair while I'm up, all right? It's not free. All right, fresh. Okay. LB says, you give off a bit of a Jeremy Piven energy when you rant incessantly. Incessantly? Jeremy Piven, why does that sound familiar? I'm researching oatmeal pancake recipes because I need to feed myself in the morning. Okay. Here's what I love doing personally with the pea cakes. Cinnamon, banana, profit. That's it. Jeremy Piven. I need to look this guy up. Oops. Jeremy Piven. Oh, this guy. Oh. Hey, I like that guy. He has a distinct kind of carriage. I loved his character in Rush Hour, the extremely gay, like Taylor or whatever. Matt Acoustic says, what happened to your wrist? I've got it's called a carpal boss. It's a bone spur. It's underneath the see how my tendon's bending? It's because of that fucking spur. So I gotta like, is my tendon even fucking working right? Oh my God. Oh my God, do you see that shit? Oh my God. Oh. I'm falling apart. Damn, I gotta stop gooning to this stream. I haven't even taken my shirt off yet. Soon you have Bugatti pink color. Hot pink. Any chance you could wear a more graphically complicated t-shirt next stream? Wow, LB. Middle G. Middle G. Salty's blowing their nose. Why? Jam says, I just had an idea. I can stream League of Legends, which I've actually played, but have a chicken cam instead of a face cam. Are you kidding me? Not only would that pop off with just the LOL crowd, but you've seen the shorts where it's like gameplay of some mobile game and then like a podcast interview and then something else. Here's the other thing, Jam. Here's the other advice I give you. You got to try random stuff. Because the thing that pops off is probably not going to make sense, right? Like, I thought doing karate instructionals was going to be the thing that everyone valued. No. They value this. So it's like, you're going to have to try some stuff, just shoot randomly in the dark. You'll probably land on something. It might not be your first iteration, so try it. You should try everything, particularly if your channel is new, or I don't know if your channel is new, but if it is, try everything. Daily Troll, the imitation of Andrew, who sounds like Andrew, who looks like Andrew Tate, so it's Middle G. Yay, it's Mr. Weevil. That looks wild. Oh my gosh, it's Will Smith. Yeah. Ola Soy says, I want pancake now. Ola Soy, I also want pancake now. I didn't ask for this. The audio and video is slightly out of sync. Oh, really? Fuck. Damn it. Jam says, I've posted maybe 10 videos in the last couple of years, 280 subs, not brand new channel. That's a good conversion rate, though. I think it took me like 20 some videos before YouTube kind of found where to push it. So that's cool. I'll have to check out your videos. Jam Clam 8. Okay. Is it this channel you're using here so I can go look? Olasoy says, after learning that I'm supposed to eat 1,500 calories, that made life so much more pleasant. Because what do you mean I can eat more than dinner and still not be over? Yeah, it's like you should eat the cookie, you know? It's weird. It's weird, particularly with everything, I understand it's like a very strange place to be in. But a cool place to be in, right? Could be worse, could be way worse. Matt Acoustic says, I had to wear that same wrist apparatus for an injury. Different than your injury. Yeah, and I wish it was like there was a smaller profile for this thing, but it's just, I need something that keeps my hand from bending. And you guys know, I'll go limp wrist constantly. Okay, so it's a problem. I need to keep this wrist kind of like stiff. So now I'm just stiffening up my wrists and forearms, which is going to even like further grow. Kyle, what are you going to be for Halloween? That's a great question. I think I have to take it from the list that we've been generating on the lives. It's a hard choice. My favorite one that I've ever done was Harley Quinn. So I'm not sure. I really like doing the gender bending stuff, but I don't know. Now there's like too many options. With the audio being out of sync, it's like watching those old English dubbed kung fu movies. 1,000 subs to go live? No, it's 50. Or at least it was. Because I thought about doing a second channel and making that the live stream channel, but I had no subs, so, just did a pivot. Something with the big green cowboy hat. Hold a ruler against your arm. LOL. I don't know if do I have a ruler? I don't know. If I end up with a romantic partner by Halloween, I'm going to be Jedediah and Octavius from Night at the Museum with him or her. If I end up with just a friend, I want to be Coraline and, what is that, Wybie? That's a good idea. I've only done one couple's costume, and it was Grease. We threw the costume together at the last second, and I had hair, so, I did the fucking, you know what I'm doing, right? You understand. That's a good idea. I got to think about that. I'm sorry the video and audio is out of sync. I don't know if it's my connection, because it's only happened a few times as far as I know. But I know I hate that when I'm watching a live and should do you think? Start doing practical jokes on people? Yeah, I know what you're doing. When I had long hair in high school, I ended up cutting it for the play that I was in, The Nerd, much to my distress. I cut the hair, and then for weeks afterward, I was just doing this. There was no hair in my eyes, but it's just a little tick that I developed. Like, I feel anything here, up. Or Mr. Clean. I feel like that's too easy. You know what I mean? I kind of want a more complicated one. Yo, Kyle, sorry I'm late, big dog. It's okay, Toasted Bagel. Jam says, sup, Toasted Bagel. I think I remember you. I remember. It's getting hot. I'm going to do a little flex. I want to see this lighting. Maybe I got to stop using the overhead and use the light from heaven. I think I remember you as well. It's fucking hot. Okay. Let's see how the bulk's doing. Oh, this lighting is so much better. Oh my God. Okay. It's not directly overhead though, so I don't get like the deep shading. Okay. Bulk's okay. Here's how we can tell it's a bulk. Okay, because the lower abs have disappeared. What was like this is now like that. all right here. It's all right here. But I think things are working. You know what I mean? The bulk, I think the bulk is bulking. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Turns out I know what I'm doing. Turns out I know what I'm doing. Ryan says hot. Thank you, Ryan. So Kyle, what are you doing this stream? Did someone pay you to get naked? No, it's just warm and I'm feeling myself, you know. Like look at this shit. God damn. Ha! I love muscles. I'm sorry. Toasted Bagel, I feel like if I start charging people to take my shirt off, it's kind of like antithetical to my whole persona, not persona, but like a lot of my clothes that I wear around the house are open, like open chest, or like I will unbutton everything. I wear sweatshirts and no shirt. Like this is just how I am, right? But Kyle, what's your favorite fish? Ooh. For what reason? For eating or for looking at? Because it's very different. Eating, it's like salmon. I like the like red tuna steak. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, I haven't had a lot of like crazy ones like swordfish or thick beef patty. Yeah. Salty, my brother or sister, whatever gender you are, I'm subbing to you. Got it by the body, bit by the bodybuilding bug again. It's not really the bodybuilding bug. It's more like I can't do the training. Like I can't do the impact training, right? So I can't use those skills. And the dancing is still pretty hard because like anything that goes out like beyond here, like the leverage on the spine really increases hard. And it's like here, my back isn't on. Like I can just stand there forever. Now my back is actively like holding, right? So the more you get these legs in the air and stuff, it just pulls on my back. So bodybuilding is slow, controlled, within certain ranges that are very safe. So it's like the kind of training that I can do without just completely obliterating my body or crippling me for life. So, you know, that's a big consideration. And I know how to do it. I already know everything. And when I was doing it before, it was obsessive, it was too much, I was injuring myself. Now it feels like a vacation. I do my workout, I get the stimulus, I eat. It's very easy. Sleep. It's like living like a king. So it's just very weird to me to go from like trying to redline everything and develop a. Now I just take it slow. You know, develop tissue health, joint health. Feels very good. Kyle's in his summer arc. Exactly. Exactly. Well, and the thing is, I can easily look much more muscular with a little bit more effort. So it's like if you walked an extra 3 blocks and you got enormous calves. It's like yeah, it's an easy trade off. So you know, everyone likes the muscles. That's more than half my viewership is just people wanting to watch me flex. You know, so I figure if I just put a little bit of effort into the stuff that everyone's responding to, I can really knock it out of the park, you know? And again, it's fun for me. It's fun. And now I have a reason to do it. I'm not going to get huge legs just because I can't load them super hard, but I would like to get enormous calves. We'll see. We'll see what we get. I think, you know, I'm not going to worry too much about it. I've already done that game. I've been there, done that. So now this is like a victory lap, essentially. Oh, awesome! I used to post videos before I stopped, though. I've stopped for periods of time too. It's it's hard to like continually do stuff, especially if you're not getting a ton of traction. It's like not motivating to crank out more videos, but that's exactly what you need to do. Your favorite fish to look at? Ooh. Ooh, I like the weird ones that are really deep and they're like translucent and they got the glowy weird shit. Um, Octopus isn't a fish, but I really like looking at it. Um, I like those fish that can like they have camouflage on their tops and bottoms. Like they have the cells that like on the bottom they'll like match the color above them, and on top they'll match the color below. It's fucking crazy. All the fish with like mutant powers, essentially. Those are the ones I like. Kyle, have you ever had grouper? No, I don't think so. KP says walleye is a great eaten fish. Interesting. I haven't known a ton of like fishermen necessarily, and my family was not a big fish family growing up. So now I eat fish for the healthy fats and stuff. Like I have a salmon burger like every other day, for example. But beyond that, I don't really experiment. Ola says, I love a good tuna sushi. I hate catfish, though. It's too gamey. I've never had catfish either. You need food, bro. I know. I am getting hungry. So, and I am bulking. So I double need food. My favorite sushi is a spicy shrimp. Nice. I thought I like spider rolls, dragon rolls. But most of the time I go for like real basic rainbow roll. I just go for rice, fish, cucumber, avocado. Kyle, you need to start doing quote of the days. Spread your wisdom. But what I consider wise, I don't know. It's kind of like this, Bagel. I don't think I'm very funny when I try and be funny. In the same way, I don't feel like I can be really wise when I'm like, oh, say something wise. I don't know. Um, Try not to goon every day, Ethan, okay? I don't know, that's not really wise, but it's like the wisdom is in my experiences and in the shit I've seen and in the mistakes I've made. But I don't know what's quotable. I think someone else has to quote me. It's kind of like nicknames. I can't pick my quotes. That makes me a pretentious asshole. I feel like if the viewers choose the quotes, it'll be like, I'm double gay, and stuff like that. Jam says, catfish is like the roadkill of the fish world. So, RFK. Salty says, do a most muscular. All right, I'll try. My fave sushi is an everything bagel sushi I had once. What? It had salmon and some seasonings, then like a sauce. It was so good. Nice. Okay, let's try and get a most muscular. I gotta be careful with the traps because I'll throw my neck out or something. Okay, let's go here. Oh. My traps are here, not here. I have like, they attach pretty low and I have kind of wide shoulders, so they just kind of slope down like that. I'm also a natural athlete, believe it or not. Here's the crazy thing. I don't know why, but my fucking tibs are sore as a motherfucker. Okay, all the way from here, like I worked out for the first time after 6 months of not lifting, through the foot to here, okay? It's a good shot. I need to do a photo shoot. God damn it. There's so much to do. There's so much content to make. I don't have the time. Surreal says, this guy. This guy. Salty says, thank you, Toasted. Daily Troll says, wow, Saitama body from One Punch Man, but the face, Andrew Tate. You are a goat, bro. I wish I had the wallet of Andrew Tate. Ola Soy says, one way to get big calves is to be overweight for years and then work out suddenly. LMAO. Gets you some impressive leg strength. It does. And I feel like overweight people count themselves out. They think they're weak. They think they're unfit. But it's like, if you're carrying weight, you've been weightlifting the whole fucking time. And here's the other thing. Forget the enormous calves, which are awesome, and I think you're implying that you've seen before, right? It's like not only the calves, right? Those dad calves. You know what you're talking about. But the increased weight and the resistance you have to use in your nervous system carries over. So even if you don't have good arm strength, right? You walk around, so you have and let's say you're overweight, your calves get big, your legs are strong, you're still exerting that much neural force. So that makes the rest of your body stronger. You can produce more force than a smaller person. But nobody knows that. Anyway. Toasted says, I try to post every weekend. Damn, that's hard. That is very difficult. That kind of schedule is, especially because I assume you have like school or work or whatever. Salty says, I would love to stream on YouTube Shorts just to talk like you. Do it. Do it, dog. Jam says, same Salty. I enjoy chatting with the party people. It's fun. And honestly, like, again, most of the other live streamers are totally absorbed in their own thing. They'll respond sometimes, but it's not like a conversation. So the more people that do that, you develop those connections. Again, the authenticity, right? It's like something that they don't get. When do you get to have like a conversation like this with strangers? I mean, me, not really, but although I'm the kind of person where strangers just like feel compelled to talk to them and like reveal all their secrets to me and stuff. KP says, catfish can be a little tricky to cook. One trick to make it not gamey is to soak it in salt water for a few hours. Rinse it, then deep fry it with a beer batter. Interesting. I bet the salt soak, makes it better when you cook it too, right? Ola Soy. Kyle, do I have to scream at you to ingest sustenance again? I wish you would not scream. Okay? I know you have a mouth, and I know you could scream, but you shouldn't be compelled to scream. It's Tuesday night, you know what I mean? I'll by 9:30 I'll work on the food, okay? Bilbo says there is no try. Do or do not. Yoda. Whatever. Jam says, oil yourself up and throw on a Speedo for that photo shoot. Actually, okay, here's what I was thinking, is not only do I need Instagram pictures because the phone quality is not great. What I'm going to do for the Patreon, okay, is, and I need to get some stuff before this, so I haven't set it up there yet. What I'm going to do is like a calendar, right? So, you get like the fireman calendars or the hot guy calendars or the bikini calendars, something like that. So like one image every month on a theme, which would give me, but I need to do the photo shoots and I need to get like the little fireman's hat and shit. KP, what's your diet like? How often do you eat fast food? I eat fast food like once a month, and it's usually Panda Express. It depends, KP. A lot of days I eat very clean, and most of my days almost look exactly like this. and I'm bulking now, right? So I've increased some stuff. So right now it looks like I wake up, yerba madre, okay, for all the caffeine. That's like 120 calories or something, like all carbs. Then, like 40 minutes later, I go for oatmeal. It is the Quaker brand that has added protein in it. So it's got like 12 grams of protein per little pouch. I'll have one of those, and then I'll have tea. My pre lunch might be something like half of a toasted bagel with cream cheese on it. Then lunch is going to look something like ground beef, avocado oil, sweet potatoes fried in that avocado oil. Then I add bone broth, some other seasonings, and soy sauce, as well as, depending on the volume of the meal I'm doing, something like carrots, cucumbers. I don't do a lot of different vegetables at once. I tend to use like one ingredient, like one protein, one carb, one veg, something like that. Um, just for simplicity, and you know, I'm sort of a purist on taste. I want it to taste a certain way, and so the number of things you increase anyway. So that's what lunch looks like, and the amount of beef is like maybe a third of a pound. Nowadays, it's going to move up to like half a pound of beef, and I just eyeball the potatoes. I just cut up a bunch. I don't really track anymore. Because I tracked for so many years, now I just automatically know. I can just look at something and be like, that's too much, that's enough, I know that's super high in fat, whatever, it doesn't really matter. I also have a high metabolism, so, I can get away with stuff. Then I'll usually go for a later dinner, a lot of times because I stream. Sometimes I'll do fast food. If I stream till like 11:30 or something, I can't be bothered to make food, so I'll get something. Usually that's something like Taco Bell I've done, Chipotle. Sometimes I'll do like a burger place, but I don't really go outside of that most. The quality of everything's gone down so much. It's like I might eat more fast food, but it's so low quality at these places. It's like, why? It's not even worth it. I'd rather just make good food and be unhappy then. And Pan Express I haven't had in like almost a year, I want to say. Salty says, I fractured my proximal tibia when I was younger. Still hurts this day. Oh, damn. Dr. Wang, what up, brother? Oh, how are you? I actually had my shirt on for most of stream, so you caught me at a good time. How are you, Dr. Wang? How's your Tuesday? You overloaded with patience? Ola Soy says, as a girl who lost weight and gained some of it back and was so insecure, I realized so much of it was muscle. I've beaten many a school football player in arm wrestling. That's great to hear. I mean, not that you were insecure, but great to hear that you are proud of and recognize the strength. And looking strong is good. Like, it's good. You know what I mean? Like, I've always been into athletic looking people, so I've always gone on the buffer side when that's an option. But it's, feeling strong, looking strong. And then the other thing is like, you gotta like work for your body. You know what I mean? No one looks good when they're starving. They don't look healthy. And, I wouldn't look healthy if I did ultra marathons, right? I'm not built for that, right? I'm built for meat cannons, okay? So it's just when you accept like you have certain dimensions and certain things attach, and that's just how it is, right? You can't get any taller. That's the thing with muscle, though, is that you can shape yourself to a degree, right? If you want to look wider, You can broaden those shoulders. If you are already super wide, you can not. You can emphasize other things. You can accentuate your natural form, which is already your best self, right? Anyone can look like a Kardashian with enough plastic surgery. Fuck that. Who wants that? Who wants a Barbie doll? I want unique. I want natural. I want something that makes sense in front of me. You know what I mean? So I think it's coming back into vogue. And I think we're going to find like athletic, not super huge, right? Not super skinny, that middle ground of just being toned and you can move well. I think that's going to be the new like aesthetic peak. I think. I'm hoping, but But good for you, Olosoy. And again, I've said this before, but you're working through so much advanced like self work so early. It's huge. I'm super impressed. Like seriously, you are leagues ahead of the people around you. And I wish I had, because I had body dysmorphia until like fucking, I don't know, last year or something, like pretty recently. So maybe not even last year, maybe earlier this year. So you're so wise well beyond your years. LB says, I did roofing and construction for years. I have massive calves. Oh, yeah, because you're on that angle, right? So it's like stretching the calves. You're always like clawing your balance. That's fucking dope. Jam says, I'm about 40 pounds heavier than I'd like to be, but I'm stronger than when I'm thin, so I'm fine with that. Yeah, Jam says, Olasoy, totally on the same boat. I wish that more women influencers would be open about how much they weigh. I hate the stigma of like certain weights because we already know, oh, I'm heavier, but it's muscle. It's different. Muscle takes up different amounts of space. So it's like weight is a measurement. It's not an indicator of anything. If you're 135 pounds, but you're 6'7", you're in the hospital, okay? But if you're 135 pounds and you're 5'1", it's different, right? Oh my God, it's just people, look, I get it, but people get latched onto like a specific number because it's simple. It's easy. You're either X or you're Y, you're under or over, you're accepted or not, right? Everything is a spectrum. Every single thing that exists is a spectrum. It's complicated, but look, and here's the other thing. I am attracted to athletic people and strong-looking people. I'm attracted to women with masculine jaws, right? You would be surprised at how many people in the real world actually think you are gorgeous or whatever, because they are real people in the real world as well. They are not the magazine, sculpted person. They are also real. So it's like real recognizes real, right? Toasted Bagel says, I'm on summer break, so it's not that hard to post every weekend. And the content I post doesn't really take super long to film. Nice. Hoovers says, have you ever eaten rattlesnake? I haven't, Hoovers. I would. I'm kind of interested. I've eaten bear. God, I'm getting gassy. It's almost time. Jam says, I have a hot man with chickens calendar because of course I do. Jam, you're so fucking funny. Of course you do. Well, if the calendar idea takes off, maybe I'll do a chicken month. Olasoy says, oh, that's such a vibe, Jam. Toasted Bagel says, oh my God, he said toasted bagel. That's right. KP says, the fast food quality went down as well as the size, like the Big Mac. Well, the prices went up. Dude, the patties on shit is like paper thin. KP says, Hoovers, we have rattlesnakes here. My brother and I caught some and barbecued them. They were tasty. Interesting. Sweaty Taco says, my butthole smells. Well, it's all sweating, probably. Ola Soy says, LMAO, I wanted to be 90 pounds at 5'3" for a year. Oh, honey, no. Got to 130 or so before I finally stopped. I'm heavier now, and I do want to lose some more weight, but I have a reasonable goal now. Good, good. And you have so much time. You have so much time. I'm very proud of you, Ola Soy. Seriously. Particularly as a young girl, it's like, it's already on hard mode, but you're ahead of the game. You got some cheat codes already. You earned them through, anguish and said, but that's how a lot of lessons are learned. So again, I'm just very proud of you. Hoovers, what flavor yerba do you get? I get the Bluephoria. Dog. Bluephoria is the only one. Only one. I don't care about the others. Bluephoria is the best. I tried a couple. It just wasn't there. I'm straight up addicted. Jam says, I had to stop focusing on the number because I was starving myself, to be honest. I had an eating disorder since I was 10. Then alcoholism, damn. Now I just am happy and healthy and fuck what people think. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Okay, Jam? I'm proud of you too. I mean, 10 years old? That breaks my heart, like, seriously. That's so sad. And to think that, like, what a 10-year-old girl should be focusing on, which is just, kids stuff, like, that's, oh, man. Well, I'm very happy you've made it out of that and that you have found, a healthy, happy place to be in. What is yerba? Yerba is, I'll just go get it, whatever. Not sponsored. Okay. Yerba Madre. Blue. Duh. 120 calories, 28 grams of sugar, 1 gram of protein, which means it's healthy. 150 milligrams of caffeine. 150. It's part of why I like it. All right, we got a few minutes and then I'm going to get some dinner. Jam says, yerba mate, it's a natural energy drink. Olasoy says, yeah, I never had Anna, but I definitely struggled. It's been 3 years, I think. Wow. It took me that long to get it together, which wasn't that bad. Hey, that difficult things take time. Sweaty Taco says, my 9/11 is when they changed the $6 meal at Dunkin' this spring. Damn. Even Dunkin'. Olasoy says, so I'm proud of you. Jam says, thanks, you guys. I appreciate it. I'm proud of you too, Olasoy. I'm going to follow your channel. Aw. See, this is how we do things here. Wholesome Andrew Tate. Come on. Toasted Bagel says, when I was younger, I used to be insecure about my weight, but then I realized as long as I like my life, who cares? I lost 57 pounds. Damn. That's nuts. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, other people don't care, right? Like, if you look at someone and you see them as overweight, right? If your reaction is just like, oh, that's just some person. Yeah, that's how everyone is looking at you too. People don't care as much as you think they might, and it's a weird lesson to learn. But I'm so proud of everyone in chat. Ola Soy says, I appreciate it, Jam. I'll follow you too. Sweaty Tacos, very different vibe, says, was I touched by the Kool-Aid Man? Oh, yeah, I was. Jam Clan puts a heart. You guys, this is so sweet. I like it. I'm so happy for everyone. Everyone's healthy, over the body dysmorphia. Okay? This is a little support group now for body dysmorphia. Kool-Aid is so sweet. Kyle the Goat, thank you, Salty. I appreciate that. Toasted Bagel says, sweaty, I relate to that. Ola Soy says, like, I don't drink it half the time. Does not help that I'm half, I think you want to say half black. Yes. Doesn't help that I'm half black. I saw there's a trend with, what is it, Kool-Aid, and you put like a pineapple chunk in there or something, and you like super soak it with sugar. People are saying like they're like dying from it or something. The informatory post says, my nips are hard. Thinking about your nips. Why do you got to think about them? They're right here. They're right here. I mean, they're kind of small, so it's not even, you know. Olasoy says, eat, Kyle. Right on schedule. It's 9:30. See, you're more on top of it than I am. Okay? And I'm Mr. Muscle Man. I think. I don't know what time it is for you. It is 9:30. You're right. So I do need to get some grub. It's bulking season. Okay? It's muscle. I'm going to be a muscle mommy. Okay? Oh, this lighting is so good. God. Okay, this versus... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, I just learned something today. All right, well, good to know. Green Goblin. Panda, are you saying I look like the Green Goblin? You know what I mean? I was trying to keep it clean. Bye-bye, Kyle. I love you in your stream. Have a good sleep and a good eat. Thank you, Toasted Bagel. I love you. And your presence here. I love the board. Oops. Okay. Right? This is, yeah, Expo. Okay. Yes. Okay. Sick. First of all, Panda, I love that. Okay? I love being called Green Goblin. I have a goblin-y very smile, and oh my god, thank you. I seriously appreciate that. Okay. Green. See, imagine it if I didn't get that vote. Green Goblin. Ari Shafir, Egg, Ali G, Murr, Nick Cage. Those are common ones. One Punch Man, that's pretty good. 1563, damn. King Kyle, my favorite muscle mommy. Exactly. Exactly. I've been looking for a way to break into the muscle mommy space. Bye-bye, Kyle. Bye, Olasoy. I'll miss you. You're everyone's favorite muscle mommy. I think that's lean beef patty, honestly. But I'll knock her off the top spot. I don't care. All jokes aside, though, I think you are funny. Thank you, Panda. I appreciate that. I know you're going to end stream soon, so thanks everyone for chatting and hanging out. Aw, Jam. Best community. Yes, exactly. Olasoy says, don't get eaten by the gay frogs, Kyle. Oh, the gay frogs and I already have a deep understanding. But thank you. Good night, Kyle. Gonna sleep to the stream. Aw. Bye-bye, Salty. Pleasure meeting you. Nice meeting you too, Toast. See how everyone's so nice? Okay, well, thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. Has everyone got their goodbyes in? Okay, bye-bye. I'll see you definitely by this weekend.